Hello there everyone! Another week and another Tuesday. Hello there Triangle! First one in the chat. I hope that it's not too noticeable the fan I have next to me. It's really hot. Apparently we can expect it to be like 32 degrees Celsius on Thursday in Stockholm, so I'm not looking forward to that because it's currently I think 7 degrees Celsius lower, so it's going to be like a lava hell, I guess. That's how hot it's gonna be inside. Hello there Billabong, and hello there Christian. A new round of satchel making, yes indeed. Hello Mr. Kramer. So tell me guys, are you also melting away in the heat as I am doing? I don't think the fan I'm having currently is going to help me at all when it's getting hotter outside. Like, I live in a really old apartment. It's from the 40s. So ventilation wasn't really a thing. I think back in the day, they're like, I don't know why, but if you don't have like all the windows open, it's like you don't really get any oxygen inside, so winter time is also a little bit painful. "93 Billabong. I assume that's in Fahrenheit, or if it would be in Celsius, I think you all would be dead by now. Mr. Kramer, it's alright. Okay. You always have the blinds down so the sun is not heating up too much. Oh, okay. I've ordered some blinders for my living room. I don't have anything here in the computer room. Still have the sheet of paper. I had to custom order them, so it takes like a month for them to actually make them, because the windows are not in any standard measurements, so you can't find anything. They're all too short or too short in width or in length, so it wouldn't really cover the window. So finally found one that actually can make accordingly to, like, you can put in your own custom measurements. So I hope when it arrives in 2.5 week time that will help at least for a bit of the apartment. And of course, the window I have here in the computer room is also in another dimension, so the same measurement won't fit. So, yeah. The trick about old buildings, Christian, is the floor level. Yours is on the ground floor, east side of the building. Temperatures are fantastic. Yeah, I'm on the 6th floor. I have the sun in my living room and I guess computer room, or like I have books in here as well. I'm not sure what to call it. Let's say man cave for a lack of word. And it's from I think noon until basically when it goes down around 10-11 in the evening, it's just like heating up the entire place. So I guess I didn't if you want to have sun and light, I guess I choose the right side, but if you don't want to have that, especially now, I guess I got it completely wrong. Right, so the satchel bag. As with my poor memory as always, but I can see that I changed some stuff here and added an inside to this one, so I guess that's where I left off and where I am at right now. So that's good. Looks like I've been working a little bit on the side here, so I think that could be a good part to continue on. Yeah, I guess this is going to be the part we continue on for now, or start off with. I wonder if this is gonna work. Reconstruct subdivisions, or if it's not gonna give me anything. Oh, operation cancel. Okay. Thank you for the follow. You admire my patience to not really touch on it for an entire week to keep it up for the stream. Oh, you mean the project? Well, basically the streams are like my dedicated work time. It's the time where I've dedicated time to actually sit and do 3D. Otherwise, I will find myself not getting the time or giving myself the time to do so. So the stream is actually really an excuse for keeping the promise to myself of doing 3D. So in a way, I guess it works out, because then you guys can see exactly the progress from like beginning to the end, or well, almost to the end, because I'm not really doing the end part with texturing and rendering. But yeah, I guess in a way that's nice. Not sure if I don't really have the time to do that much otherwise. Have too much other things going on at the same time. Let's hide this one. Hello, Dupin! Quick peek to say hi. Well, hello there. How are you doing? Nice of you to pop by and say hi. I guess the downside, Christian, to go back to, you know, me keeping it for the stream, the downside with it is that if I spend 1.5 to 2 hours each week, it's gonna take a long time, a couple of months, to actually finish a project off, which probably people notice that sometimes it's like, well, it takes a while before it's actually done. Guess that's the downside. It will feel like it's going on forever, but you know, if I work 8 weeks and it's 2 hours every time, that's like 16 hours. That's like basically 2 work days of work, but it's like been 2 months. So yeah. That's what you mean? You would have lost interest on the project already? Well, believe me, sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could do this, or I want to do that. But I try to restrain myself from doing too many projects at the same time. I think at one point I had like 3 streaming projects, but then, you know, nothing will ever be done. So now I'm like, okay, I need to finish this one and the pot diorama. And the pot diorama I work a little bit on after the stream today when I'm hanging out in Discord. But yeah, it's a slow process. I'm almost there with the pot diorama, almost. Like, it's a few small tweaks. I know I say that every time, but now I feel so close. Now it's like the last things really, and then rendering, and then I'm done. It's gonna be nice to put a end to that project, get a closure. It's a shame I can't really see. I wonder if they're stitched together as like in a T-shaped fashion, or if it's just like something you put in the bag and you can lift it out so you don't have to have it separated like this. I wonder. Thank you for the follow. Being done is a great feeling, Christian. This morning you were... Oh, you had it this morning with your cyberpunk picture. Couldn't sleep and you got up early, so you used extra time to finish up the remaining touch-ups. Yeah, it's like... I don't know. After a while though, it's like... It's a relief, I feel happy, but I also feel like... dreadful, because it's time to post it, or, you know... You're not gonna work on it anymore, so you're not gonna tweak it anymore, so it's like... Not gonna touch it or do a touch-up again. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of unevenness, I guess, in here. Just a little bit. To make it a little bit more interesting when you look at it. It's not like you're really gonna see front side here though. Even if you turn it around. Well, if you really try hard, I guess. See if we can do some unevenness with some of these parts as well. I guess all of them have like the pivot moves. Okay, well, that might have been a little bit exaggerated. Yeah, maybe a little bit too much. Supposed to look a bit used, not like completely crooked. See if we can duplicate this one. And maybe reuse it up here. Something like that, perhaps. Also looked like we grabbed a few more things than we didn't really need. Right, I think we could work with this. So then we only need to make some adjustments. Hello there, Bronze. How are you doing? New sub, who is this? Hello there, Masaki! It seems like you opened a emote because of that subscription. Man, that's pretty cool. You had your TGA interview today. Tomorrow it's time for future games. Oh damn. Well, busy then, I assume. It's probably quite tiresome to have two interviews in a row. Oh, Masaki, you accidentally used your review thing. You can post a link here. Do you want me to cancel your request, perhaps? So you get that back? You're going now as well, Buns, or be right back, right? Sure thing, Masaki. I will press reject here, and you will get that back. So I'm just gonna nudge it a little bit, like the inner pocket here. Said nudge and I kind of almost like merged it into the side of the other bag, or like the walls of it. I guess it's also almost time to make those vials and some cork for them. I'm not really sure what to put in the vials though, if I should keep them empty or if I should like have a few that are standing around here. It's not, it looks like it's salt or something in these. They also have different sizes, and I think that could maybe be nice to have a few that are different sizes in there. I guess that's basically it for, like, there's not that much to do, I think, with these, because they are just dividers, so I don't really want to spend too much time on, like, trying to make something out of them, more than, like, having the side a little bit wonky. Hello there, Round! How are you doing? Both you and Ron's been subscribed for a while now. Also, thanks Ron for the link regarding like how you could put up subscription roles, or like, are they called roles? I think so, roles in Discord, so people can like, so it's connected. I think it worked, not sure though, but I've been wondering how to set that up for a while, so that was pretty easy, I think. Alright. I guess I will do some of the flasks before I decide if I'm gonna do a seam that connects here. If it's like going to be that visible or not. Let's save in case it crashes. So I think in Maya, yes, exactly, I do have some size ref for the files. So let's export one. Going to, couldn't find Explorer window. Okay, so let's call it just Flask for lack of nice words. Let's import there we go. One blocky flask that we should try to make something nice out of. I guess we should maybe add a cork as well. Something that is temporarily here. So we have flask. I'm also going to split the parts. Okay, well. Apparently it doesn't want to split apart. Okay. There we go. Have to be in the correct mode for that. I think. See, it was a while ago that I used this one now, the poly or the C model thing. I like to do a poly group of a poly loop. like to Q-mesh the guess polygroup all. Right? It's working, it's working. Thank you for the follow. Mr. Kramer, Zbrush Cowboy. I feel a little bit rusty with this tool because I'm like very seldom use it, but when it takes a while to get back into it. So if I want to select this edge, I want to, is it move? But that's only going to, exactly only going to be that edge. How was it again? Was it the polys you had to move? I think so. Yeah, here we go. That's how you had to do it. It's a little bit like different thinking. It's like, how did I do that again? Takes a while to get back into, like, called differently than in Maya. See, I went to make another poly, move out of that one, move this one, insert. See, I'm supposed to be able to move it. That was, it wasn't interactive. Right. I think that should be enough. And then we probably want to do an inset and move it slightly, ever so slightly. Hello there, Magnus! Long time since you've been here. Oh, yeah, it might be a while now. How are you doing? Back to the saddle. Yes, back to the saddlebag. Or well, that's been the past few streams, so I guess in a sense it's going to be for a while now. Hello there, Daniel! How are you doing? Do I want to do that with the flask? Depends on. I guess I can crease it. Let's see then. Dynamic subdivision. Oh, you you have sore muscles then, I assume, Daniel? If your body is hurting all over. You've been exercising yesterday and today. Oh, you got an internship, Magnus, at Thunderfall in Skövde? Oh man, congratulations indeed, as Daniel is writing. You had a well-deserved art break after landing it, but now you're starting up again. Oh, that's great. Should always take time for breaks. Especially after a feat like that. So we want to have the crease edge look complete, I guess. See what that gives us. Oh, Rons, you went and bought strawberries? Now I'm jealous. I hope they taste good. I had some strawberries during the weekend, but they were not that great, actually. Magnus, if I finished up the diorama completely... No, it's almost done. It's like a few small tweaks that I have left to do on it. Basically, I think it's like the grass. I added some grass on it, and like a texture tweak on one of the pots. That's like what I have left to do, unless I find something more. But I kind of stopped myself from like going more crazy. And then I need to render it. I've been experimenting with some lights, so I think I have something that works. So I think actually after today's stream, maybe I can wrap it up and get it ready to do some render and like a turntable. So I hope I get it there by this week somewhere. At least like that I have all the renders that I need. Then it's just a matter of like, you know, adding it to ArtStation and like linking all of your guys' accounts for the frog, and you know, still gonna be a little bit of things to do, I guess. Oh, the internship is 3 months, Magnus? But you hope you can get rehired afterwards, and that also seemed to be the intent of the CEO. Okay, well, that is promising to hear. Tinspin, you need to get the strawberries from Uppsala at a certain ICA. That's very specific for getting strawberries. Are there like something extra special about the ones that they have? Like the ones I've been getting right now, they are quite sour. Like they're not sweet at least, so it doesn't really feel too good. You buy strawberries and like you have to add sugar to eat them. Like expect them to be sweet by themselves. So yeah, a bit disappointed. Let's see, delete. Insert like this one, and then we'll do that, I guess, again. So I think the inside of this one needs to be a little bit thinner. Done the sugar condensed milk for you. Oh, for strawberries. I wonder, I never tried condensed like milk. I hear people say it's quite sweet. Like I usually use, I guess, vanilla sugar or like vanilla custard. If I have custard, like I always have vanilla sugar or some type of sugar at home, so. But custard is not always that you have or feel like making, I guess. How am I supposed to do this then? Scale, I guess. See if it works. It's very sweet, you say? Yeah, I love to try at some point. Not sure how like common it is in Sweden to eat that though. runs, you can always come down here to the west coast where you can get both sweet strawberries and some sailing experience. Wow, sounds like a sweet deal, especially the strawberries. Though being Corona and all, I think it's unwise to travel like further than to my closest like supermarket for now. We do have scale here. Of course it's only... Oh man. Sometimes I wish I would remember how to do all of these things. Okay, so to make it easy for myself, maybe it's better to oh wait, they are actually the same. Hello there, Kay. So these are the same. Well, I don't want to have that. Poly... Oh, poly group, oh, well, they became different. I don't really care. There we go. This is the one I needed. Hello there, Kay. Are you awake now? Hello. Say hello. Oh, Tinspin, are they that amazing? The strawberries from Ica in Uppsala? They're crazy even. Big and sweet. They come in these rectangular transparent plastic containers. I love how you kind of recall exactly how they are packed. Oh, and you know that you have them in Stockholm, in Ica Ringen and Globen. Oh wow, these strawberries are... they sound spectacular, especially since you're remembering which stores they have them. Maybe I can get someone to get one of those for me. They live like in the city. I live like 45 minutes away with the subway from Globen, so it would take a while. And since when you have them in your morning yogurt. Oh, I want me some strawberries, Kay. I tried to give you some strawberries, but you didn't want them. He only wanna have, like, if it's fruit, he wanna have banana and blueberries for some reason. So banana and blueberries are nice, right? Those things you love. Especially blueberry jam. He's a funny cat. Oh, you buy them every summer, the whole summer for the past 3 years, Tinspin? I have to try these strawberries and see if they are so good that I have to remember which stores that sell them. A cat that eats fruit, Bruns. Yes. What else does he like? He likes spinach. But only if it's cooked or on a pizza. In like particular on the pizza. I think it's because it gets a little bit like charcoaly and burnt. He do like to eat like oat porridge as well. And he likes to eat, well, when it comes to pizza, again then, he likes to eat the pizza sauce. Again, like very weird. I think I said this before, but if you offer him like other type of food, like, you know, what you normally would expect a cat to eat, like chicken or ham or like cooked fish or something, he's just like very not interested in it. It's like, yeah, he walks away. But if you give him blueberry or banana, then he's like, oh, I see that you have some banana here. Mind if I do? So yeah, he's a bit funny in that sense. But also, like, cats shouldn't eat that much banana. Like, it's toxic if you would constantly feed it to them, basically. I think, like, if you only eat a banana as a human, it would be toxic as well. So he only gets it as like a small treat now and then. Blueberries are totally fine though. And oat, but yeah. He's a special cat. He likes my stuff, Dundee. Yeah, basically whatever I'm eating. That's what he wanna have. Hello there, Abarax. How are you doing? You feel so naked without your sub badge. Well, I noticed that you became a Patreon supporter, so thank you so much. Especially, like, I'm in particular happy because you were a Twitch sub and then you switched to Patreon, just as I, like, suggested for everyone that has a Twitch sub. Unless, like, you like being a sub on Twitch, but, like, in Patreon you get a lot of more stuff, I would say. It's a shame that you can't really do that with Twitch. So I hope you like being a patron here, Abrax. Masaki, it reassures you, though you thought it was weird that you like your cat liked to eat peas, like the green little things. That's quite funny. They're not in particular tasty or like sweet or anything like that either, so that's very peculiar. You ruined the community board already on Patreon? Money well spent. Oh man. Dundee, there used to be a cat in your neighborhood that visited you every day to eat. Oh, he was just like a freeloader then, basically? But he would choose cat food pellets against fish. Oh. Yeah, that's the same as with my cat. He would prefer like his like hard crumble, I guess, cat pellets as you say, than like the nicer, you know, fresh food. You tested him even, you gave him cat food and fish and he chose to eat the cat food. Well, cats being picky. I thought like being a picky eater, like for cat, would actually mean that they would, you know, rather have real fish and stuff instead of their cat food. But it turns out that they are picky eater indeed, but they are really, really picky when it comes to food, and it needs to be especially cat food or human fruits. Are you back, Kate? Hello. Are you here again? You're licking yourself around the mouth, so I assume that you either drank water or that you've been eating food. Oh, you have to go and pick up your cars from repair? Damn, Avrex. You have to tell us what happened with the car. Sounds bad that it's in repair. I hope they fixed it though. I will talk to you later, and good luck with picking up your car. So we want to have a cork guess we should duplicate the cork just to have another one in case I screw something up. I don't really think that the corks here, like other than this silhouette of them, they don't really show that well the surface material on them. So see if I can find one. Good thing that I have Pinterest. Here we have a cork. Here we have one that is completely off, and here we have another one just for the fun of it. I guess it depends if it's like synthetic cork or if it's proper cork as well. Here's all the corks. Man, this definitely looked like a rock almost. Could do that with trim dynamic. This is more like, I don't know, fiber-ish. And then you have the ones. So I guess I'm gonna try to go for this look, because like 3 of the refs are like this rather than the more fine grain. Bronze, if I realized that I said a pun by saying that sounds like a sweet deal. No, I didn't. Did I? When did I do that? What, with the strawberries? No. Do I look like a mastermind when it comes to puns? I would like to believe that I try to avoid puns with all my might, so... You smooth it down with trim, smoothboard, and then a lot of noise maker. Yeah, I guess. I'm intending to do some trim smooth border indeed. Noise maker? Sweet strawberry, sweet deal? Oh, no. I guess I'll have to reflect or think more about what I say. I don't want to unintentionally make puns. Because then it makes me look bad when I'm complaining about all of the puns you guys are making. And then I'm sitting here doing puns. We can't have that, right? Then I can't complain. Sometimes I feel like pure F is just in the way. Rowan, you love how some streamers are trying their best to not say anything offensive while you're just trying not to make puns. You really gotta love it here. I guess everyone has their quirks, right? You know, I go like, after like the rock puns that you guys made before, man, I felt exhausted after all of those puns. I was wondering what I was doing with my life at a point. You guys just spamming with the puns, like, what is life? It's like I can't watch comedies when it's like cringy. When it's too much cringe, I just die a bit on the inside, I think. So that's why I can't really handle puns that very well, because it's the same feeling. It's like, make it stop. Billabong, you can't either. You will get up and walk out of the room. Yeah, like if we are a group of people hanging out and watching, I tend to try to stay put and, you know, just look the other way, or just, I don't know, sit in the corner and go like, oh, really? Yeah, I think I sometimes maybe show my I guess disapproval when we're watching movies together like that, by just being annoying, saying like, oh, really? But if I'm watching something myself, no, I just turn it off. I can't take it. It's it's just bad. Can't handle it. If it's really, really bad, then yes, Billabong, I will do as you, like walk out of the room. Can't handle it. If I watched The Office, yeah, I did. Like, there's two versions, right? The American one and the British one. Can't remember which one I was watching, but it was not my taste. It wasn't even funny. That was like the most atrocious part with it. It wasn't funny. I didn't get it. Like, and then I like, you know, watching How I Met Your Mother or Friends. I love watching Scrubs as well, but The Office, yeah, I couldn't handle it. I was just like, this is garbage. I'm sorry if I'm offending someone if there's their favorite show, but it's just too much. I don't get it. Available, you love The Office, but there's a lot of cringe. I liked Friends, yeah, but The Office wasn't funny. No, I think it's because it's in the documentary style almost, like the interview style. Like Park and Recreation is as well. They're also a bit like that, interview style. I don't know, it doesn't really work for me. I've seen a few, like I think Park and Recreation is better, but it's still, yeah, I don't know. I love watching comedies, but when it's like romantic comedies and there's too much cringe, no thank you. Thank you for the follow. Masaki, you hated the Office first episodes too? After you used to it? I think I gave it like 4 episodes or something. Like, if someone honestly recommends something to me and are like, this is really good, it's not like I will watch it for like 1 episode. I will actually give it a proper chance. But I think after 4 episodes and it's still, you know, hurt my eyes and ears of watching something, then I'm like, no. But at least I gave it a chance, and then I can, you know, tell the person that I gave it a shot, but it's not for me. I wonder what's wrong with the resolution on this guy. It wasn't behaving like that on other things. I don't know. Westworld, for example, starts to be interesting at the end of the 4th episode. Oh, is that so wrong? Both first and second season. There are a few series where I'm like at the 4th episode and there seem to be like a turning point, and it feels like if I just watch one more, I know it will be good. And then I do that, and you know, usually it's starting to get good. But then I also sometimes feel like, should you really have to watch 4 episodes of something before it starts getting good? I'm like, do they think that everyone will give like a series like that many episodes like a chance before they, you know, decide to look for something else? I don't know. Like, some people will only give it 1 episode and then just, you know, move on with life. Oh, Scatman, you watched Breaking Bad about 6 episodes in and still didn't like it? Well, at least you gave it a fair, you know, shot, I guess. I think I watched like 2 episodes of Breaking Bad, but for that I like also realized that this isn't really my type of genre to watch. And it wasn't really anything people recommended, more than like, you know, the general hype regarding it, so I was like, meh. Rowan, Game of Thrones, the whole first season was boring. Billabong, you loved Game of Thrones? Third and last season were the worst. I watched a few episodes of Game of Thrones, like, but just a few. I got really confused because I have a really bad memory. I'm always saying that, but it's like I have a hard time actually remembering people's names and faces. And that goes for like in real life, but also for you know, series and stuff. So when there is a concept of like Game of Thrones where you follow multiple characters at the same time and more than half of them just die instantly, it's very hard for me to keep up with what is going on and who is who and what is happening, and you know, so for me that wasn't really enjoyable watching because I was so confused most of the time. So yeah, it wasn't really something for me. I have no idea what you guys are talking about with red weddings and pushing. Oh wait, the first episode is pushing a kid off the cliff or a tower. Yeah, I do remember that. Spag. If anyone here starts talking bad about second season of Alf, we are gonna have some real problems. Actually, I haven't seen that, so I don't think I will have anything good nor bad to say about it. I'm gonna see if I have some of my custom brushes here with rock alpha or something to help out with shaping, because it's basically, to me, looks like a almost like a cliff. Let's see, custom. Maybe in the other pack? I don't know, let's try this, but in like small moderations, I guess. Ron, if we've seen Happy? Is that a movie or a series? Like, I think we're getting some cork look-alike or rock look-alike things here. Basically the same. Thank you for the follow. It's a series on Netflix? Man, I don't really spend that much time on Netflix. I feel so outdated sometimes. Like an old lady. People like, have you seen this or have you done that? And I'm like, no idea what you're talking about. Is it from the 90s? Then maybe I've heard about it. Or maybe not, because I was really, I don't know, awkward as a kid as well. Okay, let's go back to our trim smooth border. You think Space Force is good, Scatman? Also a Netflix series, or Masaki, if I had a good midsummer. Yeah, I did actually. I spend a lot of time with my parents and my sister. Most like of the time I was like out building furnitures actually. I posted some pictures in Discord of that before. I made a bench for my balcony together with my dad. So that was pretty fun. We didn't have any blueprints. We just like googled a picture and were like, how hard can it be, right? And now he wanna do a lot of furniture building for like outdoor stuff because, well, they don't really need to look as good as the things you put indoor. So yeah, was out in the sun, petting my cat, playing some Fire Emblem, eating some very sour strawberries. That was disappointing. So, but yeah, I was in the countryside most of the time, so in the wood with all the like wildlife and stuff. How was your midsummer, Masaki? What did you do? Oh, Final Space I've actually seen. That one I like. Finally, we're talking about something I've seen. Ron, I done more carpentry in the past week than you did last year. What kind of education are you going to, Ron, if you're not doing any carpentry or furnitures? Here I was thinking that I would send you an order of like all the furnitures I want you to make and send it here to Sweden. Oops. I guess that looks like a cork, right? It looks like a cork to me, at least. Maybe I should make like two or three of them, because if I make them as individual meshes, I can always like do like this in the final version, turn them around and stuff, or like put them a bit higher up and we'll create some nice variation out of that. Maybe two would be enough. I guess it depends on the shape of the cork. Oh, you don't have midsummer celebration in France, Masaki. But one day we would like to. You'd love to live a true midsummer party. Well, I wouldn't say that we had a true midsummer party because we didn't have the midsummer food. And the midsummer food is famous for having fermented herring. But seeing as I'm a vegetarian and also my parents hate fermented fish, we're not doing that. You usually have like boiled potato and other like different type of fermented herrings and different sauces, and you drink a lot of snaps, it's called. Like it's a really nasty alcoholic beverage. I wouldn't really say beverage even. It's just like pure alcoholic. People say they have different tastes to them. It just, yeah, no, they don't taste good. So we don't really celebrate midsummer in that sense. We don't go to the midsummer pole either and sing and dance. And in particular this year when it's Corona. But we haven't really done that before either. For us it's more like spending time with friends, but seeing as it's like a very particular year in that it's Corona, then we're spending it together as a family. But otherwise I'm seeing it more like a friend holiday, at least for my part. And during like winter season, that's usually when I spend time with my family and parents, my sister, and all our pets. So yeah, it became very different in that sense. Aaron, you used to make furniture, now you draw it. Well, I felt like as a 3D artist that how hard can it be to do 3D in real life, right? So we made a bench. Actually, where in Discord? I think it's in general. Here we go. Here is the bench I made. Look how happy I am. So that's the one I made together with my dad. This is how it started. So it's not that hard to make. We had to go back and do a lot of like supports in here because we had no idea what we were doing. So we basically added all the planks on top of these, and then we're like, oh, if you sit, it's kind of bulging down. Wait. And then we started making like a plank here and something that would support the weight of humans. So it was a lot of like experiments, seeing as none of us are builders. So yeah. But it was fun. We made it from like leftover scraps that we had laying around from like a building projects like a couple of years ago. I think they were building like a small little porch. Oh, Rome, you're not gonna make any furniture for me because IKEA would order a hit on your head. Scatman, it doesn't not look like a cork. Skybivian, damn IKEA. Well, I mean, I must say, in a way, it was easier to make this piece of furniture without instructions and just experiment than doing IKEA assembly, because in the end, like, even if you follow the instructions and even if you redo some of the steps, there's always gonna be some leftover screws or bolts or whatever, and you're like, wait a minute, this can't be. Or something that is missing sometimes. You use too many of them, and then you're like, how am I supposed to... let's just do with not having anything in this area. We'll probably hold up. So in that sense, it was easier to do this than do the IKEA instructions. Scatman, if Sweden has a different word for coronavirus specifically in Sweden? No, I don't think so. We say COVID or corona. Yeah, that's the two different things. around. It's a magnificent bench though. I hope it will hold up. It's gonna be in the balcony. It's sturdy nonetheless, so hopefully it will hold the weight of me and my cat. Oh wow, I kind of forgot what I was doing. I was doing corks. That was what I was doing, right. It's actually becoming a little bit cooler here now, indoor, because the sun is going down. Yeah, that's Rowan, that's true. In a little while, it's time for Discord hang. So that's basically post-stream hangout, work extravaganza in like voice chat on Discord. So yeah, join the force, Rowan, spamming the Discord link. So if you would like to hang out and chat with people from that is hanging here in the chat, or just, you know, hanging in Discord in general, they are lovely. I promise that they won't bite you. They're too far away anyway for that. And I will also be hanging out there doing some work on my pot diorama and enjoying the conversations. So, for anyone, feel free to join Discord for that. That's also where I posted pictures of my bench. I think I'm gonna divide it like this time. It looks like a piece of iceberg mountain thing here. Oh, you will be joining us, Masaki? For the first time? Well, you're more than welcome. So I'm going to, I think first though, start shaping this a bit, and then we'll see how far we get, and then I will jump over to Discord. Clip curve. Not sure if I'm gonna use this shape, but you know, might as well do something that looks quite different from the other one. Otherwise there's not really any point of making another one, I would say. Scatman, if I was building the backpack for my job, how long time would you think it would take you to finish? It depends on what I would be doing. I would be working significantly different. Like, as you can see now, I'm hand sculpting a lot of things for the backpack as well. If I would do this as a game asset, I would not have spent time on making like this side and this side like this different from each other, because if it's just a prop in the scene, people would just run by anyway, so they wouldn't really care for the details. I would also have made one of these and then just probably, unless it's not like changing in silhouette, might as probably, depends on, made it in a substance painter instead as a stamp, because it probably would have been faster, and then you can use anchor points. But it all depends, because you have this like nice baked in like curving detail here as well. But yeah, I think for like in general for the thing, I would have worked differently and done a lot of less hand, like stuff by hand, I think. I would have been using a lot more like alphas, or been happy with not having unique sides, or yeah. Like the strap, I probably wouldn't have even made it in here, because it would just be a tiling texture, so I would just do the game ready mesh immediately with the tiling texture on it and stuff, so it would look very different. So it's hard to say, but if you would then like with UV, LODs, collision and any other technical setup, it would require, I guess, 4 days including testing or something like that. Depends on the level of details. If I wouldn't have any type of like high poly for it and only make the game ready mesh and go straight to painter, 2 days. Because you can do that as well. So if you're not requiring like making a high poly and bake, and that would be like loading and stuff by hand as well. So, or at least the last lots to make them look nice. Yeah, I think. Always hard to try to imagine, because it's going to look different from all my workplaces as well. What type of tools I have, and the texture budget, detail budget, if we have detail normals in the engine, if we don't have detail normals in the engine, is it going to be in the corner? Will nobody see it? Is it going to be rendered on like the front end, so you would actually see it in a shop and be able to buy it? Then I will be spending more time on like making a nice high poly. If you're just running by the asset in an alley, or it's just a decoration prop on a table to fill the space out, it would just be, you know, a game, like make it straight in Maya without any bakes, and then go into Painter and make it look nice, I guess, because it's faster that way. With like, make it look nice with textures only, basically. So, are you back here, Kay? Are you back? A burp? Did you burp? Was it because I was shaking you like this? Oh, how nice of you to burp. At least it's not smelly when you're burping. That's something, right? What time is it, Kay? You will have to wait a little bit more, okay? I will play with you just in a few minutes, okay? In a few minutes. You will have my attention then, okay? Try telling that to a cat who's like in the moment in dire need of attention so much that you are going to try to be on my Wacom, right? Can you wait 5 minutes, please? Can I have 5 minutes, Kay? No? No can do. Imagine if you would actually understand what I'm saying, Kay. How much easier it would be with communication. Or if I would understand what you're saying every time you're meowing. Man, Kay. Now he's like completely on my hand on the keyboard. Why, thank you. You're so helpful, Kay. The most helpful cat ever, right? I can't even control Z. Your head is in the way, Kay. Ah, and I cat hair everywhere. I think I can show Kay. Here we go. Here's Kay. Being all cuddly and lovely. Taking all the space on the keyboard. Such a nice cat. So helpful. Man, it's hard to reach the keys, Kay. How the cat understands, just not caring, demands attention now. Yeah. Rome, your cat will always remind you that you can't sing and you should stop trying. Well, that's what cats are for, right? They're here for us specifically, right? You only care for me, right, Kay? That's why you're here, because you're literally telling me to take a break from talking to myself, right? You're trying to prevent me from going insane. It's not because you're selfish and you want attention right now. No, of course not. Oh, Scatman, you read that the best way to get a cat's attention is to ignore it. Weird, right? Sounds like cats. It's like, now I have the time. Now I can play with you. And he's like, no, don't wanna. You're like, oh, okay. And then you walk away. You wait for a bit. No, still not interested. And you're like, okay, well then I will actually sit and do something that is important. Cats comes immediately and sit on everything and goes crazy and be like, play with me now. I'm like, but I had time and now I don't. Specifically now when I'm working from home, it's like I try to play with him first thing in the morning. He's not interested. He only wants to have food. He's like, food now, please. I'm like, okay. And then I try to play with him after food and he's like, nah, don't wanna. And then stand-up starts and he's like, ooh, what you doing, human? Give me attention now. Then we start to get annoying, right, Kay? Specifically when I'm busy. It's like he knows. You know what, Kay? I guarantee that if I now stop and go and play with you, you're just going to sit there and be very bored. But as soon as I go back to the computer, you're gonna be like, oh, playtime. Right, Kay? Oh, you're just yawning? Oh, okay. Am I that boring to you, Kay? There we go. We have another quirk. So we have first quirk. And then we have second quirk. What do you think, Kay? I can't really see my keyboard. Does that look like a quirk to you, Kay? Do you approve? Or do you just approve because you think it's playtime? I'm gonna save this so we have that saved. Kramer, you rather have a cat meow in the background than your atheist kid screaming. I guess, you know, it's not too bad to have a cat. It's just very demanding. It's like a little kid all the time. Oh, Big, your cat always screams when you're in the meeting with the art director every time. I think it's because he knows, right? Because he's like, I know this meeting is important for you, so it's like his job to help you out in a situation like this. He's just trying to be helpful and tell your art director how good you are at your job. That's why he's screaming in the background going like, he's doing such a good job, right, Kay? Now he walks away. Alright, goodbye then, Kay. Anywho, guys, my cat is craving attention. Now, though, he's walking away and sitting in a box, looking very sad and displeased. But it's also time for me to jump into Discord. So, for anyone who wants to join our art talk, sit and work and just hang and do some chat, or, you know, talk about cats or whatever is on people's mind. Maybe talk about my wonderful bench I made. Feel free to join us in Discord. I will be in like 10 to 15 minutes because play with cats and then I will be there. So, as always, thanks everyone for keeping me company. I hope everyone stays safe out there. I hope you don't melt in the heat. And just have a nice evening or day. And I will see you in Discord or next week on the stream. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.